Now, y'alls may not know this, but I am an enormous fan of impulse buying. I do it all the time, but as such, I've also gained the self-given title of the Queen of Returns, because I return almost everything I buy. And as such, I am going to be returning my drone, the Mavic Mini, because it was $400, and that money could be spent better than on another piece of camera equipment. But I think it's a very useful tool, but I think because it's so light, even though that's one of its benefits, it can't withstand wind too well, and that's kind of a problem here around the beach area because there's always wind. And yeah, but before I go and return it, I would be remiss if I did not go and try and use it to get closer to that abandoned bridge I was at in one of the past videos. I think I'm just gonna stick this whole thing at the end of the last video I recorded, where I was on top of the parking garage, because I don't know, maybe it'll be a separate thing, because I plan on going shooting after I return it. Let's go find out. Well, scratch that. First, it looks like just got a text. First, it looks like they cut down a bunch of stuff that was around it, so it doesn't look all as abandoned as it did last time. Second, it's too windy. And third, you're not allowed to fly within 1 mile of an airport. I think it's 1 mile. It's definitely at least 1 mile. And there's an airport like right over there, so I guess I'm not allowed to fly there. So I will be packing this up and taking her back to Walmart. Hopefully I'm still within the return period. I think it's only been a week since I got it. And I should stop talking now because I need to pull out my GPS because I forgot how to get out of here. And I'm at a red light where I need to turn left or right. So bye. Alright, that was kind of nerve-wracking because I'm not going to be able to make it out like this. This guy parked way too close to me. Oh, except I'm a genius. Oh, I'm the world's greatest backwards driver. Oh, I hit something. Don't listen to that, though. Can I do this? Oh, bam. Check out that double chin. I was in there, naturally, and I went to return it, and the first lady came up, and she said, well, naturally, she had no idea what the thing even was. So she said, I'm going to have somebody come look at this. And I was like, all right. And I wasn't, when I was going into the store, I wasn't scared. Like, I was like, they should take it. There shouldn't be a problem or anything. I have the receipt. And as I was walking through the door, I remembered that I left a couple of the cables at home, the ones that you use to connect it to your phone, because I only need the one that fits my phone, which is the USB-C. So I left the micro USB and the Apple one at home. And so the lady was like, I need somebody to come and look at this. And I was like, oh no. And then she called someone from electronics, and that lady came over and started looking at it, and she was going over it for like 10 minutes, and then she started to walk away, and I was like, yes, thank God they didn't notice. And then the lady came, like, she like squinted her eyes and walked back, and I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. And then she read the side of the box like she was reading what was supposed to be included in it, and she pulled out the box where I put all the cables back in, and she was looking through all of them, and she was like, And then she put the box back and walked away, and she was like, yep, you're good. And I was like, oh, thank God. So I got my money back, and then I also sold my old phone at the little sell your phone here kiosk that they have, and I got $35, which is a steal because that thing was all smashed up because it dropped a lot. So now what I'm gonna do is go to Subway to eat, because my word, I don't think I've eaten anything today. And then I will go to Goodwill to get rid of, oh, of course it's tracking my face, to get rid of all the stuff in the back of the car that you hear rattling. And then I will probably go to Arley Gardens, I guess, to get some photoing done. And then perhaps later stop at a Bed Bath & Beyond or Earth Fair Market or whatever it's called, because I stopped doing energy drinks, but I want some dark chocolate covered espresso beans. So yeah, next stop, Subway. And wouldn't you know it, exactly 1.3 seconds later it started raining. I definitely wanted Subway, but I got in there and was waiting in line for forever, and then a ton more people came in behind me, and the lady said that all they had left was wheat bread. So naturally, I'm not going to eat the most disgusting kind of bread on the planet, so I'm going somewhere else now. This is the most ridiculous intersection ever. I can't turn left here even though there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to. So I have to go all the way that way and then turn around and come all the way back here and then go left. Well, go right from that side, but you know what I mean. Alright, so originally I was going to go to Arley Gardens, but it is crazy hot out. It is, let's try not to die. It's 93 right now, and my watch says that it's 88% humidity. So, yeah, sorry. But there is, what is happening here? There is a building that I've been seeing that I would really like to go and shoot. And it's going to sound a little odd at first, but it's like this porn place. It's this adult movie shop, I guess. Every time I drive by it, well, almost every time, it looks like it's abandoned and run down and all that. But then sometimes I pass by it and they're like brand new cars in the parking lot. So I'm going to go see if I can shoot that, because it'll be a quick one. I don't have to be outside for too long and die of heat stroke again. Because, yeah, the clouds are gorgeous, by the way. Unfortunately, I think everything behind the shop is like really tall trees, so probably won't even be able to get them in the picture. But I do think I'm going to have to park. There's like a 4-lane highway between where I think I'm going to have to stand to take the picture and where the building is, because if I get in the parking lot of the place, then I'll be way too close for any of my lenses to reach. So we'll see what happens when we get there. My plans just keep on changing. I'm late. The sun sets at 8:20 and it's 8:06, and I got at least a 15-minute drive to get to the beach. Now, galactic core visibility, come on, you can fix that. Galactic core visibility is pretty much starts at exactly 10, but I have to get a composition first, and I think I know. I have two options, and they're kind of close to each other, but yeah, I still have to scope it out. And then I also have a sort of secret weapon. Not really a secret weapon, it's just something I want to try. On my other channel, I 3D printed and put together and blah 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 a model of BD-1 from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. You can't see him on all his glory right now, but he's pretty awesome. And yeah, so I'm racing towards the beach right now. I'm seeing some very sexy clouds. It's been raining like the dickens all day, and oh my god, those clouds look good. Oh my god, the clouds look good. Okay, I gotta get there. This summon a bish. He got knocked over earlier, and a bunch of his pieces fell off. And oh good, it's raining again. And I put him back together, and the pieces that did not fall off were the legs, but for some reason he wasn't standing up straight anymore, and both of his feet wouldn't touch the ground. And just mere seconds ago, his leg that's laying on the seat just snapped off. So now he can't even stand under his own weight. So there's so much for that idea. I thought it would look cool if I had a Star Wars robot with a background of the Milky Way. I thought that would be neat, but I guess he had other plans. Anyway, my intention is to test to try and get a picture of the Milky Way, because I've never really done that appropriately, and I'm going to be using my Olympus camera, I'm going to be using my Osmo Pocket, and I'm going to be using my new phone, which is the Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus. These names are way too long. And it's got its own little dedicated night shot mode and stuff, and I'm going to be testing all three against the Milky Way. Hopefully the darn thing shows up. Look at those clouds. They're gorgeous. Well, those are trees, but you get the idea. Amazing. And it looks like we're going to have some pretty clear skies for some stars. It's a little hazy, I think, but maybe that'll clear up in an hour and a half. Also, I got here exactly at sunset. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, made it to the beach. Didn't even have to pay to park, but I did have to park far away. And those are the only clouds in the sky over there. I mean, over there, where I will be shooting the picture, is pretty much nothing. But for now, I'm just gonna wander around. Oh, actually, darn, I should have wandered the other way. I just immediately went toward the clouds. Because the other possible, I already came across the one thing that I think I'm going to shoot, but the other place is further down this way. So, good God, why is walking in sand so tiring? I've only been doing it for 20 seconds. I didn't intend to shoot here. I didn't think the tide would be so low. But if I go to night AR, you can see that the galactic core is going to rise right above this and be sideways like that. So, I mean, I kind of got it, right? This was actually gonna be one of the main contenders, but I'd have to get behind it. Oh, maybe I still could actually. Let's take a trip over here. I already took a couple shots of it like that because I think it looks really nice, but I'm gonna get behind it and see what the angle looks like facing towards where the what's it called? The Milky Way is gonna be. Oh look, there's a lovely bit of a lot of bugs. But also a bench. Oh, maybe. Well, I'd have to get up where the bench is. Let's see. Up. Okay, I'm at the bench. Maybe. Oh my God, there's so many bugs. I'm just gonna take a couple shots here, then I'm gonna go back to where that seawall thing is, and I'm gonna make a little sandcastle, probably, because I think that'd be neat. So I gave up on the frickin' sandcastle, but I built a little mound, and I'm looking for a nice shell to stick in the top of it. Meanwhile, I'm being absolutely eaten alive by mosquitoes. Disgusting. Plus, I wasn't supposed to go into work until noon tomorrow, which is why I'm even out here so late doing this. And then my boss just called me at 9 at night and said, hey, can you come in at 7:30? And I was like, nah, but I will come in at 9 or 10. And he was like, all right. So I got that going for me. Good gravy. Just looking for a nice shell. Frickin' score. I found a curly boy after only 200 years of searching. So now, why is the light for the video way brighter than the light for the flashlight? That's weird. And where did I put my lump? Found it. Lump. I'll mess with that. I just tested the night mode on this camera against these houses and such, and I thought I got something rather nice, and then it did something crazy, and so I took it again, but without the night mode, and I enjoyed the picture I got again. So you definitely can't see this, but there's a bunch of stars already, and there's a half hour to go. I think it's about time to introduce you to my camera in case you haven't met before, and it's gonna be super hard. This is the Olympus OMD EM1 Mark I, and tonight I'm shooting with the Panasonic 2517, which is a 50mm equivalent. Oh, look at that guy. An issue with this camera is that the shutter is actually pretty broken. So what I have to do, like this is the lowest shutter speed that I can shoot at right now, 1/8 of a second. If I try to go, no wait, that's the wrong one. If I try to go down, it can't go any lower because I'm shooting with the electronic shutter, which is there's an enormous handprint on the screen. But from what I can gather, shooting with an electronic shutter is pretty much just taking a screenshot of what's on the sensor. So the issue is if I go to, of course this isn't going to work with one hand. The issue is if I go to shoot with the regular shutter, what the fuck? Come on, are you serious? 100% of the time, the shutter doesn't work and it actually gets locked in place. And I have to like punch it to fix it. This is bullcrap. Alright, I'm serious. I have had this camera for 2 years now and this has never worked before. What is, well, of course you can't see anything because of this frickin'. Yeah, you still can't see anything. But I'm going to take a long shot here. And it's on the tripod. You should definitely be able to see the stars in this picture. There's some sluts to my right here taking some Instagram shots of literally just naked butts. I am absolutely baffled by this because I'm not lying when I said I've had this camera for 2 years. And every single time I tried to use the actual shutter, it doesn't work. See, you can see that. You can see the waves there. Normally when I take a picture and use the shutter, especially if I'm doing a long exposure, then the shutter comes down and then it does not go back up. And you either have to poke the shutter or like smack the camera. And it's crazy. I can't believe this is working right now. Why is everything going wrong and then also going right at the same time? I don't understand. Oh my god. I still have a half hour before the thing even shows up. It's gonna, no, you can't see. It's gonna show up, you can't really see either, on the horizon, and then it's gonna be up more higher, I'll probably wait until like 20 minutes after the shoot. You can actually see there's a ton of stars in the sky right now, and the moon is super bright. And if I turn this off, oh, now they're leaving. They just finished their photo shoot, which means I can go to the wall. Oh, Sheep Beach. I actually got, I was trying to get it to focus on the wall, and I actually got it to do so, and I ran back and forth with some light painting, because as you can see, it's dark as butt. And I actually got a really nice one of the wall, with good light and everything. Now I just need to get it to focus on the stars, and I think what I'm going to do is tip the camera back so I get more sky, and then later I'll sort of stitch the two together, so it'll be kind of really tall, like a vertical pano. But come on, look how crazy good that is. Oh, that looks good. Damn, girl. I did it again, but this time without light painting it, and it still looks good. I'm gonna have a tough time. See the shadow on the wall? That's from the moon. Oh my god. And you can see there's more and more stars showing up. Okay, good. I'm glad I've got wall shots. I might try messing with the aperture to see if I can get even more of it in focus, because right now it's as wide open as I can get it at f1.7. So I'm gonna try stopping it down, get more in focus, and see what that do. 7 minutes left, and you can't, but I can actually see there's a planet right there. I assume it's Mars. I should download Sky Map and see what it is. But right now it's working on a, oh, here it goes. That was a 50-second exposure at f4. What's it looking like? Damn, that's looking pretty good, actually. You can see a ton more stars. You can see clouds in the distance, which is why I said I should wait a little longer, because I assume it's going to be covered a bit by the clouds. So that looks good. I'm going to try an f7.1 or f8 real quick, just to make sure that I've got something to work with. But I'm liking the way things are looking. I thought I'd take a bit of a selfie. Now I'm a big fat fatty, and that blinking light just means the shadows are clipped, but I don't much care. I think that'll look neat. And if I can make it so that I can Photoshop the big boy in the background, I think that'll be pretty nice. A fun little selfie. I just realized that I've been shooting all these pictures at probably like ISO 100 or 200, and even though it's obviously not gonna, this camera's very old and does not do well with high ISOs, but I'm gonna try shoving it to 3200 and 1600, of course, and see what I can do then, because I can see a bunch of stars, but when I take the pictures I can't see as many stars on the picture as I can in real life. So I'm gonna try changing the sensitivity. I mean, look at that. Oh, you can see many more stars now. That's kind of neat. That was a 60-second exposure at 2.8. And yeah, I'm just gonna change the ISO now and just mess around with that. Oh my god, I changed it to ISO 1600, and it went from a 60-second exposure to a 6-second exposure, and it looks amazing. Still no sign of the core, and we're almost 20 minutes in. But oh my god, the wall's all in focus, everything's in focus, and it looks great. Alright, well, I've been here about an hour past, and the stars have changed not. So I fear I might have had to have come at like 1 or 2 in the morning or something like that, and obviously I gotta work in the morning and I can't. Now what I'm doing now is there's a bunch of like lightning going off in the distance, so I set it up on a time lapse, in hopes that I might be able to catch a frame or two with some actual lightning. I caught one. Look, there was some over there. I caught one, but the lightning was out of focus, which I didn't expect it to be in focus, and it was also really small, but that doesn't matter either. I just wanted to see if I could do it. So I'm going to shoot 50 frames here, and then I'm going to head back to the car, and I'm going to shoot one more time at the stars, which you still can't see, when I get back to that original location that I intended to do. And then I'm gonna probably go to Walmart, deposit some money so I can buy Luminar so I can mess with these pictures, because I'm really tired of Lightroom because I don't have the I just got some because I don't have the whatchamacallit. I don't do the subscription thing because that's stupid, and because of that I haven't had an update since like 2016. So my copy doesn't even have a dehaze slider. It's that old, so... Ooh! Ah, no. Look at it just popping off over there. Anyway. So, in case nothing happens again, here's some pictures that I got, and thanks for joining me.